My poor muse, alas, what afflicts you? Your eyes, hollow, are peopled with nocturnal phantasms, and reflected in your visage I see by turns madness and horror, cold and mute.
Out of my tower, with chin upon my hands, fell memory calls, in time with the quaking tower walls. The sea and shore would sing their woeful melodies to lull us to sleep. The sadness was ours to share and keep. But he's left in my only company, the doting nurse who warns me against the halls. Can the phantasms beyond the door be worse than those within these walls?
Have Verdigris Seculus and the blushing elf showered you from their urns of love and fear? Has the tyrannical, treacherous hand of the nightmare drowned you in the depths of fabulous Barbary?
You saw ever, brother, secrets and sorrows unbeheld of me, redolent time's harvests, sin without shape and pleasures without speech, and where strange dreams in a tumultuous sleep make the shut eyes of stricken spirits weep. He left. I went to seek him. Was he ever here? Was he a bird that has flown? I think there used to be many more. So shall I contrive to find his hidden path, and there our feeble hearts again combine. I go and gather some flowers to please your roving mind, brother dreaming of farther shores.
Dear, what are you about? Oh, what thoughts of going on your mind? The lord of the house forbids it to all who lose that which they can never find.
Nurse, I must. My brother has left, and I must follow.
I would I could guide you. Here, joyous is the bell which in despite of age rings vigilantly heavily. Faithfully knell its religious cry. Bear it with you, whatever else you may avoid him.
While the vile throngs of mortals beneath pleasure's lash, that pitiless executioner gathers remorse into its masked thralls. My affliction, come to me, take my hand. As Rue, grinning, arises from the abyss, debauchery and death are kind, amatory maids to the sinister poet, enemy of relation, the poor courtier, a favorite of hell, tombs and whorehouses showing beneath the bowers, a bed in which remorse has never slept. The bier and the alcove, fertile in blasphemy, offer to us, like kind sisters, terrible pleasures and frightening sweetness. When will you inter me, debauchery, with your filthy arms? O death, rivaling her in allure, when will you come to graft sick myrtle onto her black cypress? In the sinuous curves of ancient capitals, where everything, even horror, turns to enchantment, I lurk, obeying my fatal moods. Strange creatures, decrepit and charming. These crooked monsters were once women. Monsters, hunched and broken, twisted, let us love them. They crawl, scourged by iniquitous kisses. They jangle about like marionettes. They drag themselves like wounded beasts, or compulsively dance for bells, where hangs a pitiless demon.
The anatomical plates that linger in these dusty docks, where many a cadaverous book sleeps like an antiquitous mummy. Drawings of such gravity on so dismal a subject, nevertheless convey beauty. One sees which perfects the eldritch mystery, digging like laborers, some flayed in skeletons. And this damp loam you score, swains, resigned and macabre from your vertical exertions or from your skin-stripped muscles. Speak, what strange harvest, convicts ripped from charnel pits, do you reap? And of what have you to fill the farmer's silence? Do you desire to show that in the pit itself, the promised repose is not certain, that all, even death, lie to us, and that through eternity, alas, perhaps we must, in some undiscovered country, to score and scratch in the cool soil beneath our foot, bloody and naked? Do you know, as I do, that dolorous savor? In my tender soul, desire and horror intermingle a special evil, anguish and keen hope in concert. The more the fatal hourglass empties, the more bitterly delicious my torture. My whole was ripped away from the world of the familiar. I was unsurprised, dead, and the dreadful dawn swallowed me. What? Is it simply that? My soul fissured, and when sunk in languorousness, she desires the frigid air of night. Her feeble voice most resembles the death rattle of a battered, forgotten man dying in stillness yet. Without end at my side, the quavering demon, he swims about as a phantasmic fog. I swallow him and feel him sear my lungs and fill them with a guilty, damnable desire. Sometimes, knowing my deep love of beauty, he assumes the form of a seductive woman under a deceitfully vermin pretext, accustoms my lips to vile elixirs. He leads me thus far from the sight of God and hurls before my bewildered eyes soiled garments, oozing wounds, and all the bloody devices of destruction. The woman, however, with her strawberry lips, writhing like a serpent on the coals, kneading her breasts on the busk of iron, let these words run out, pregnant with musk. My lips are moist, and I'm studied in the old art of letting conscience slip between the sheets. My conquering breasts sop up all tears. I am learned in so many pleasures. When I smother a man in my dire arms, on these cushions which swoon for very passion, the helpless angels would damn themselves for me. And she'd suck the marrow from my bones, and languidly I turned to her to render an amorous kiss. I saw now, leathern hide glistening with pus. In cold terror I shut my eyes tight, and when I opened them to living clarity, beside me was only bones, quivering in bewilderment, which crowed like a creaking weathercock. I should like, one night, when the hour for pleasure sounded, to creep silently, cowardly, into the treasures of your body, to flagellate your jubilant flesh and to bruise your indulgent skin, and to make in your startled flight a deep, yawning wound and dizzying sweetness through those new lips, to inject my venom, sister.
You ask of whence comes this weird melancholy, rising like the sea over bare ebon rock, when our heart has reaped its harvest. To live is an evil. Give up the search, curious beauty, and while that your voice is sweet, lie quietly. Mouth of a laughing child, still more than life, death holds us often with subtle ties.
like a child, sickly, horrible, sullen, filthy, whose family shrieks with shame, which they've hidden from the world for ages in a secret vault. Poor angel, sing your shrill note, that nothing is certain here below, and that always, though inhumanity shriek behind its maquillage, ineffably betrays itself, that it is a cruel task to be a beautiful woman, shivering and superfluous, to swoon behind an artificial smile, that everything crumbles, love and beauty, until oblivion casts them down into eternity. Many thoughts of sleep, funereal chrysalids, quivering deliciously beneath heavy shadow, until they unfurl their wings and take flight. So the inebriate, spiraling memory in the disturbed air, with eyes shut, seizes the conquered soul and with both hands heaves it into the pitchy chasm of human filth. The soul cast into the ancient abyss, where like Lazarus, stinking remains, tearing his shroud, stirring as it awakens, the old spectral corpse of an old love, rotted, charming and sepulchral. And so when I am lost to memory of men, into the corner of sinister wall, where I shall be cast, like a solitudinous flask, decrepit, broken, dusty, slimy, abject, I will be your cask, you marvelous pestilence, dear poison prepared by the angels. And one will appear whom all have denied, and who declares, prideful and mocking, in my communion you have, I believe, expressed profound enjoyment in my black masses. Each of you makes a temple in your heart for me. You have secretly kissed the filthy asshole. Know Satan by his conquering laughter, as vast and endless as the world, companions in my morose glee. But ineffably, from a total creation, an angel sounds the victory, of which the heart cries, blessed be your whip, O Lord, blessed, O far will be my suffering.
O you, whom the night makes so lovely, how sweet it is to me inclining to your breasts, to hear that plaintive keen unending, who sobs and cools. Your pure melancholy is the mirror of my love. Far from exalted graves towards a cemetery desolate, my heart, like a veiled drum, beats in time to funeral marches. When you sleep, my shadowy beauty, beneath a monument built of black marble, and when for your boudoir and manor you have only a rainy vault and hollow pit, when the stone oppressing your affrighted breast and your supple flanks, charmingly indifferent, stops your heart from beating, from desiring, the tomb assured of your eternal dreams will say, what profiteth you, flawed courtesan, having been ignorant of the cry of the dead? And the worm will devour your flesh, like remorse. Yet you, who like the stab of a knife, into my dolorous heart have penetrated, you who strong as a horde of demons, wild and bedecked, of my humiliated spirit, made your bed and your domain, wicked one to whom I'm bound like a slave enchained, as to carrion worms, accursed are you, at the last to perfect your role as the Madonna, and to blend love and atrocity, voluptuous darkness of the cardinal sins, I, torturer, Full of remorse, I will make 7 deadly knives, and like a cruel marksman, taking your profoundest love for my target, I will plant them all in your throbbing heart, your bleeding, sobbing, streaming heart.
Vast wood like a cathedral, a fugue of howls in our cursed hearts. Old groans quake in rooms of eternal mourning, answering the echoes of your de profundis. Alas, all is abysmal, and on my hair, which is often on end, I feel fear pass like a chill wind, striking the silence, the space, frightening and enthralling. In the depths of my nights, God with his skillful hands designs metamorphosing nightmares without respite. If on a heavy, somber night, some good Christian in charity behind a stony heap will inter your ravishing corpse, a spider will there spin his webs and the viper rear its brood. Throughout the year you will hear over your damned head the wolves' lamentable cries, and the famished witches, and the frolics of lecherous old men.
To you I was drawn by bells' thin tinkling rings, faint like the remembrance of carnal things. I love you like the vault of night, O vessel of lament, O great taciturn. And I love you all the more, my beauty, that you flee from me, and that you seem to me, ornament of my nights, more ironically gathering leagues that separate my arms from your immense woe. I advance as after a corpse, a chorus of worms. But the darkness itself is a web, in which live, gushing from my eye by the thousands, lost creatures with familiar looks. As the angel with the eyes of a beast, I will return to your alcove and glide silently to you, within the shadow of night. On you, dark lady, will I bestow kisses, frigid as the moon, and the caresses of a serpent round a pit, creeping. As others through tenderness over your life and youth, I wish to rule you by fear. When hope, like a bat, goes beating the walls with its gossamer wings and bashing its head against the rotten ceiling, and the silent horde of loathsome spiders comes to spread its sticky filaments to the depths of your brain, the bells at once leap with fury and hurl across the sky a horrific howl as spirits, errant and displaced, commence to moan exigently. Of the sky, dark and livid, tortured as your fate, what thoughts in the void of your heart descend? Answer me, wanton. The heavens as rent as the strand in you, the mirror of my vanity. Your vast clouds grieving are the hearses of my dreams, and your glistens are the reflection of the hell where my heart pleasures itself.
Arise now, divine brother, lie before mine. Be content, your days are done. No vexation, no sound remains.
that winds quiet as the sky, waters as the shore? Shall I strew on thee rose, or rue, or laurel? Brother, on this that was the veil of thee.
This is what I chose.
Brother,
Come. Come into the water. Come in. And join me.
I will lie down supine and wind myself into your soothing shadows. Brother, anon shall we be alone again.